And I'd like to say love and respect to my Turkish brothers and sisters for doing what they did, for getting that ship together, and all of the people from around the world who came on the Freedom Flotilla, who were not allowed, who were not able to make it here in Gaza. We're here in part due to them. Love and respect to all of them. There were many brothers on this trip and sisters who were denied, including those who were on the Mavi Marmara, who were not here with us because the Egyptians would not allow them here. This is not acceptable. We were here by the invitation of the Palestinian people, not the Egyptians. It's not the right of anyone to stand in the way of the Palestinians. If you choose to invite us here, we have a right to be here. And anyone who stands in the way is collaborating with the Israelis and the Americans. And until this blockade is ended and shattered once and for all, we must do everything in our power. It's not stop waiting for governments, stop waiting for the UN. It's people who are going to break this blockade. And I have no doubt whatsoever that we're going to break this blockade soon. So it's, here we are. It's post-Egypt revolution. Mubarak is gone, but of course things have not changed in many meaningful ways. The people have still not won the revolution. And I, for one, must express once again my love and respect to the people of Egypt. You've stood up, many of you have died, and you have achieved something that most would have said was impossible not long ago. And this just brings me to the point now where I'm wondering, when are we in the West going to do what we need to do? For now, one of the things that we've commenced to is Palestine. We say we care about Palestine. Here we have a golden opportunity which has been presented to us by the blood and the suffering and the power of the Egyptian people, and that is Rafah. There is still an Egyptian blockade of Gaza right now, and it will continue. And if we allow the corrupt back-end elements of this world, the US government with its $1 billion+ of bribe money working its way in the Egyptian military, the Rafah Crossing will not be open. And right now it is not open. It is not open. And I can give you one story, just one. Let's listen to the story of 13-year-old Qassem from Gaza.
13-year-old Qassem Abu Naji has kidney failure, but a transplant could give him another chance at life. And his father, Abu Awad, is ready to be the donor. However, the operation in Cairo is on hold because Egypt has sealed its border with Gaza.
The Rafah Crossing should be open because the Israelis closed Erez, which is the only other one. And what's happened in Egypt should not affect our exit from Gaza because we are patients seeking treatment.
But right now, no one can get into Gaza and nobody can get out.
We are in touch with the Egyptians every day, but we try to convince him at least to open the crossing for the people who are stuck in Egypt to come back to Gaza. But till now, we have no response.
Qassem's family is also hopeful the Rafah Crossing will soon reopen for patients. Until then, he has to spend 4 hours hooked up to a dialysis machine 3 times a week.
After I go for the kidney transplant, I will be healthy again and I will be able to play with my friends and go to school and play football and do everything.
For most people in Gaza, a limited opening of the Rafah Crossing is not enough. They want a new government in Egypt to make the border free for everyone to use. Nicole Johnston, Al Jazeera, Gaza.
So there you have it. There's just one story of an innocent who may very well die if he's not allowed to leave Gaza and get available medical care in Egypt or elsewhere. There are many more in Palestine and Gaza who are not allowed to get medical care right now because Rafah border is closed. Now under Mubarak we understood why, with that bribe money, why Rafah was closed, but there is no Mubarak anymore. And those of us who say we care about Palestine, it is time now to push the issue. Rafah must be open. There is no good reason for it. No one benefits from this policy except for the Zionists and the American imperialist machine. And that, thankfully, is in its dying days. But only if we as people do everything that we're capable of doing. So, We propose, it's not my march, it's our march, it's everyone. There is no centralized control of this. There is no one person, it is us. Either we decide to do it or we do not. And if we do not, then we haven't done everything that we're capable of doing. This march on February 26th, we will march to Rafah. Hopefully, the Egyptian interim government will realize that Rafah should be open, and it will be open before we even get there. And we will be able to go into Gaza and visit our family. Meet me here. Meet the rest of our Palestinian family here. If we do not, then we can and will stay at that border. We will stay until that border is open. Why not? We can do exactly what the Egyptians have done at Tahrir Square. You stayed there, you won the first battle. It's an ongoing battle now. We will stay at Rafah until Rafah is open. There is no reason why we cannot achieve this. We can achieve anything we set our minds to. It is up to us. So, please, come to Egypt. As many of us as possible, come to Egypt now. Express our brotherhood and our sisterhood with the people of Egypt and with the people of Palestine. They've waited decades and decades. It's time for us to put up now. More than signing petitions, there are surely many of us who have the capacity, who have the will to come here and actually express our humanity in the most profound of ways and demand that that gate be open and that the people of Gaza, the people of Palestine, have free access to the outside world and that they can return to see their family here as well. It really is up to us, so let's stop making excuses and do everything that we're capable of doing. A better world is in the making. Let's make it sooner rather than later.